Soon everyone, welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile, Harbinger League, soft core, and currently we have caught up a little in terms of levels. We are currently level 71. I have gotten my Merciless Ascendancy, so now we only have the Uber Lab left to do. We are in maps. We completed all of one act, 1 to 10. Killed Katava and everything. It was actually a really easy fighting Katava with this character. It's actually crazy. What a difference it was from the last character to this one. Essentially, we can just sort of, apply Viper Strikes onto Katava and then run around in circles and dodge all his attacks and come back, poison him some more, which is the formula I've been going with. A couple changes, real quick. Desecrate, I added trap support with cluster trap, multiple traps, and it seems to work really well actually with our cast when damage taken spirit offering build. I still have Desecrate on cast when damage taken as well, for a few more corpses. Besides that, I added a Vigilant Strike for some fortification. We have Immortal Call, we have a 6-link Viper Strike. I'm running Blasphemy on Enfeeble, and then Clarity as my other aura. The rest of it is going into mana. And I actually picked up Mind Over Matter just so that we can get a little bit more mitigation. Right now, my biggest problem is getting hit by too many things at once, and getting hit by chaos damage, actually. Just because I don't have any chaos resistance. And essentially, if there's like literally a pack of chaos mobs, I will die. So the build is still a little wonky, but you can see I'm gonna throw down my traps. Actually, that's a pretty bad example. I'm gonna throw my traps down. Now we get a bunch of corpses, and I can probably sit here and take damage and not be too worried about my energy shield dipping, as long as there are enough corpses. So you can see, we're not getting hit into our life pool. Not much, at least. And that's basically my way of, staying alive. So far so good. It's just that every time they hit me for chaos, since it goes through my energy shield and it hits my life, it's not good. So probably what I'm gonna try and do is get a little bit more chaos resistance. Get a little bit more, a bit more of a life pool. And maybe some life regen, I suppose, just because Leech doesn't work too well for this build. We don't even attack that fast, right? I don't have faster attacks attached. I don't have multi-strike. I just have, melee splash. So, like you can see right now, I'm getting hit by something is chaos for sure. And it's just, I don't know, once it starts getting into my life pool and it starts affecting my mind over matter. Now, to be fair, if I had a little bit more mana regen, this wouldn't be as much of a problem. So maybe that's something I can think about. Getting mana regen so that mind over matter will actually work. Or getting maybe a bigger mana pool. Because I do think mind over matter works pretty well in this scenario, especially since we're going a hybrid build anyways. But it's like if we take too much damage, we run out of mana, we run out of everything. So my two biggest concern is chaos damage, as well as running out of mana from mind over matter. And that just comes down to the fact that I do not have much mana regen. Look, we have 200 HP life regen, but only 94 mana regen. So if I can boost that, that would be really great. And to that, I'm going to try and get inspiration, and after that maybe get a little bit of mana regen, on my gear. Like my rings, like this one especially really needs a lot of upgrades. My amulet is okay, but it could be better as well. So there's still a lot of room to improve this character, but I need to save my currency actually to try and get myself a Starforge. So that's probably the first goal, and then after that we'll think about everything else. Then let's try to corrupt this essence. Might as well. Did nothing. That's okay. So really, with like these kinds of mobs that have extra packs, I can just sort of use Viper Strike with melee splash, and once it gets down to single target, I can maybe like use multi strike, which does a lot more damage To be honest, I'm not too sure exactly what my DPS is. It says 12,000, but that's just, you know, on hit, not actually the damage over time. I don't think it considers damage over time. So I would need to go on PoE Builder, which I haven't done, but so far my damage is looking pretty good. Biggest concern really is defenses for when to get through my energy shield. But so this is the build right now. We can probably get up to 2500 energy shield with soul offering. 2200, give or take. And once we get a few more stats, hopefully things will be a lot better. But yeah, the way I start a fight essentially is I throw out my traps, and then I just start hitting them, and hopefully I can tank the entire, you know, the entire pack or whatever. So that's basically what I've been doing, just, you know, playing 20-30 minutes every day. You know, still got this wedding stuff to deal with, but it's getting a little bit better. We're looking at photographers now. It's crazy how expensive they are, actually. Like, you know, some of these photographers, they're charging you $4,000 or $5,000 for like 12 hours. It's insane. Didn't realize just how much it would cost, you know, to host a wedding. But obviously, you know, they can be cheaper. Like, I've seen some that are charging $1,500 for the night. Oh, excuse me. Oh, but yeah, and let's see, what have I been up to? Not too much. A lot of work stuff. Been watching a lot of Netflix. Been watching a lot of those British shows. I've been watching The Crown, which is, it's actually like such an odd show. Like these guys. Oh my god, these guys fucked me over because of their chaos damage. The Crown is such a odd show. I've been enjoying it a lot, but if you think about like what they're doing on the show, it's like, oh, the stuff they're doing, it's so mundane, and yet it's so interesting. It's like, huh, so this is how, you know, royals live, and, you know, this is the stuff they have to deal with. I don't know, it was very interesting, I'd say. If only Immortal Call would work on chaos damage, wouldn't that be nice? But then I guess you'd be essentially invulnerable to stuff. With the exception of an elemental. Alright, gotta get rid of these ancient constructs. I hate them so much. Like, there was one map I ran into. So these are the issues I'm running into, right? Like, I ran into a pack of blue ancient constructs, and they had like additional damage or something, and attacks can poison. And basically, I couldn't get close enough to them to actually hit them because they were not one-shotting me, but by the time I got to them, my life was at like 10%, and then one more hit meant I was gonna die. So chaos resistance is a big issue, and the ways you can mitigate that is really like twofold, I'd say. You either get enough of a mana buffer so that, you know, you take 70% of the damage instead, so that by the time you get close enough, your regen could deal with it. It's not the perfect solution. The other way is, you know, get some chaos resistance, and I think that's probably the best way to do it. You know, the chaos resistance is just so important. Oh my god, what's wrong with this guy? He won't stay still. There we go. So probably for the next 10 levels, that's what I'm gonna work on. I'm pretty satisfied with damage. I only have 4 more nodes. 3 more nodes, these 3, for damage, axe and sword damage, and bite of blade. And that's probably all the offensive nodes I'm gonna take for this character until level 80 something. But I did like a quick count. If I take these 2 nodes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 more nodes. We'll be at level 79. I'll have the mana that I want. I'll have some chaos resistance. And then after that, really, I'm just gonna take as many life nodes as I can. Maybe these nodes here for +1 to max fire resist, 5% HP. Over here we have some life and energy shield. Those are basically all that's left for this character. So the character still isn't fully fleshed out. It's very point intensive. So I would say it's only when we get to later stages where our build even makes sense, really. But once we get better gear, once we get better stats, right? Because of Shaper's Touch, the more stats we get, the more it benefits our character as well. You get more life, you get more energy shield, you get more damage, you get all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait it out and see. Right now, I just need to focus on getting levels. Now, to be fair, it's not taking that long, really. 71 to 80, it's probably an hour or two of just non-stop gaming, I would say. Non-stop mapping. Our clear speed isn't that great, to be fair, but it's enough where you can hit them with 1 or 2 Viper strikes and then just move on. Really, 2 hits just KOs them. So, all right, let me go back and sell this stuff real quick.
Need a map?
It's odd. I think I really enjoyed this league, but unfortunately, I just haven't been able to play it as much. Not to say that, like, the league itself didn't do too much for me. It was interesting, the Harbingers and everything, but Act 1 to 10, all these improvements, all these new meta changes, I think that's the big thing for me. Just being able to play a different skill set, play with the new skills, charge dash, super fun. And really, the only disappointment I have, this league is the fact that all of a sudden I don't have the time anymore. Real life has taken over, but here's the thing. I've been playing, I've been recording. I went to look in my recording folder. I still have like Divinity 2 backlog episodes, and I just forget to upload them. So I actually have a lot of those episodes available, so I'm gonna start uploading those again. And hopefully I'll find some time to stream this week as well. If it's streaming, I definitely want to play Divinity, because that's the one game which I've been dying to play, and yet I just haven't had a chance to play. Path of Exile is one of those games where I can just you drop like 30 minutes and you still get to play a little bit, right? So this is actually a pretty good example of, my character, because they're hitting me pretty hard, and yet I'm doing pretty well. Oh, and as I say that, I'm about to die. If I get hit rapidly, it's still a pretty big issue. Alright, I can't take this. Okay, just gotta drop my corpses, drop my flasks, and then start hitting. Alright. So, I'm still missing a lot of regen. The big thing is the mana regen. I need a lot more mana regen. That's gonna have to come from my ring, I suppose. I wish I could get some more lightning resistance, actually. Like, that'd be kind of nice, huh?
Too much clutter.
Oh, there's a Xana map as well. Okay, well, let's sell this stuff first. What's this? Energized armor. Not too useful. Kinda useful, but not too useful. Just because, I really don't need mana percentage, but if I can get ES percentage, that'd be nice. Oh wait, no, ES becomes armor. Yeah, so I really don't need it. That's what this jewel is, right? Yeah, ES becomes armor. Never mind. Burial chambers. Oasis. Alright, let's go do that Xana map. Oh, do I have to run all the way back? That's pretty far, man. But yeah, I find myself watching a lot of Netflix these days. It's kind of nice, you know. You just come back, you kick your feet up, watch some TV. In that vein, actually, I need some recommendations on shows you guys like to watch. Yeah, if you have anything, you know, leave a comment. Because I've been looking for, you know, just more things to watch. Oh my god. Elemental weakness. Oh shit. So, I don't have much lightning resistance. So this is actually a problem. I don't have melee splash either. That's a bigger problem. Alright, I leveled up. So like I said, you know, leveling up. Oh my... What was that? Is that just me getting hit by lightning damage? I think it is. Or it could be chaos. I don't know. Why is it that they decide to pick the element that I'm least resistant to fill this map with? Like, I'm just getting screwed right here. Alright, so we want a little bit more mana. And I'm hoping that as I get more mana, in turn I get more mana regen as well, right? Like, you need a balance of both mana and mana regen. Now, at the same time, we could be, you know, sticking, like, just having our hands in too many different areas, you know? That's another concern. Like, maybe we're trying to diversify too much, and instead we should try and focus on one thing. But I feel like a good mana regen amount, like, HP is key, you know, and I would say mana and mana regen is key. And to be honest, the energy shield is secondary. Just because as we get more stats and whatnot, it comes naturally. And the things I want to focus on is how to defend myself when our energy shield runs out, because it's gonna happen. Because, you know, something's gonna hit us, and it's gonna hit us for more than, you know, however much energy shield we have, which is fine. But I don't know. The biggest concern right now is just that I don't even have enough mana regen to sustain my skill if they're hitting me for chaos damage. You know, I don't think that's okay. So for those of you who are living in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys were able to spend some good time with your families. You know, eat a lot of turkey. I actually find that a lot of families these days don't really do turkey anymore. You know, a lot of my coworkers and my friends, when they're having dinners, they're actually deciding to go with chicken or roasts instead. I believe there was this one time where I think there was somebody who works in the meat industry, maybe he's a butcher or something like that. He mentioned, like, yeah, a lot of people during Thanksgiving or Christmas opt for like meat roast, or like roast beef instead of turkey. Kind of makes sense. It's kind of hard to make turkey, right? Like, I don't think I ever really had good turkey. It's just such a lean meat, you know, not much fat in it, which essentially means that it doesn't come out all that moist, doesn't come out all that tender. It's unfortunate, really. I do enjoy turkey, but it's just sometimes, you know, it's not made, it's hard to make well, right? Alright. Last week I actually had intended to do a little bit of streaming, but pretty much every day there was like a work event happening, and we were all going out to bars. So actually, you guys probably missed out, because if I had streamed every single day, it would have been a drunk stream. Apparently that got a little bit of love last year when we did, or this summer when we did it. But yeah, I was like, oh, I came home and be like, oh, I can't think, I can't talk. Just gonna go straight to sleep. I came home and I napped for so long that when I woke up, I'm like, oh shit, it's bedtime. Like, I'm gonna be late for bed. Can't miss that. It's important. I was napping for so long. I woke up, I brushed my teeth, and I went back to bed. Because it's like, well, you know, I just woke up at 10 p.m. I can't stay up any longer, because then I won't be able to wake up tomorrow morning. So I guess I'm going back to bed. That's when you know maybe you nap for way too long. Or maybe that's, you know, the greatest time of your lives. Who knows? Like, who doesn't hate, who hates sleep? Everybody loves sleep. I feel like when I was younger, maybe I'd be like, ah, sleep's for the weak, you know? Instead of sleeping, maybe I can be doing something with my life. Now I'm just like, fuck that. Give me that sleep. That's all I ask for. It's what I live for. You can see, you know, this build, when it works great.
I need more mana.
When it doesn't, things are just awful. It's pretty niche in that way. Like, they have to be doing elemental damage or physical damage. They can't be doing too much damage. There's just too many restrictions that I have to impose. Because otherwise it's like, well, you're doing too much damage, I can't survive. Or, you know, there's too much chaos damage and it's going through to my mana pool and I can't cast any spells. These can all be resolved once we get good gear, but right now it's maybe it's been too early to diversify like this. I don't know. It only takes a couple levels though, really. It only takes a couple skills and things should be good. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I would love to go out and buy new gear, but this is the one chaos sword. I feel like we can get a lot better. Just gotta somehow save up another 100 chaos. I don't know how easy that is. But, you know, we're gonna give it the old college try. Just a single map takes so long. Our clear speed definitely is not good as that charge dash character. Because charge dash would just run through all these guys, right? Not that actually I do. I kind of do miss my charge dash character. Maybe I'll go back and play it every now and then. I haven't been, admittedly. But yeah, I just thought I would give you guys a status update on how the character is doing. I know there's been one more person who's tried to build this character. I don't know if you're happy or disappointed, because it does... I feel like later on it doesn't scale as well until you get more currency. But, I mean, so far so good, right? At least it's working on, what, tier 1 to 5 maps? I just need a couple more passive points, really. Like this guy. He's not doing too much to me, but at the same time, he's making me run out of mana.
When I'm ready and not before.
Alright, we got him. Having to gem swap is a little annoying, but it's actually not too bad. Okay. I would say map completed. I'm not gonna go look for the other 23 mobs. So that's pretty much just a short demonstration of how our character works. Let's not ID that. And hopefully you'll see more in a couple more levels. But for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, you could leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. See you soon.